Hey guys, welcome to this week's recap of Survivor Second Chance.
It's episode 5.
Woo! Speaking of woo, Woo is really happy to still be there.
Well, Abby says, don't write my name down again.
She's gonna be really pissed if she kept Woo last week and then he turns on her.
Yeah.
So, just keeping an eye on that.
Tasha and Savage are sitting around and they're like, Christ, what have we done? We kept that monster and now...
She's a ticking time bomb.
Exactly.
And Varner's sitting at home.
Well, he's sitting in the Ponderosa.
You know what I mean.
Alright, so over at Bayon, Kelly, Monica, and Kimmy, they got crabs. They like to go fishing.
They're getting crabs and clams and all sorts of stuff. It was interesting to even get a look at the Bayon tribe because we haven't really seen much of them.
Who are they?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Well, Monica's getting a little upset because
Kimmy's just collecting all these clams, and Monica's like, do you really think we should take all those?
She's an environmentalist. She cares about the environment.
I don't think so. I think she just cares about having food in potentially like a few weeks.
All right. Well, we're depleting them. Don't take them all. I want to eat them next week.
Yeah. And Kimmy's like, no, we need to eat now.
There'll be more. They'll come. They move. They don't just sit there.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of tension there. Kimmy is getting really...
impatient.
With Monica.
All right, well, it's time for the reward challenge.
Okay.
Again, this was a replay, wasn't it? I think so. From last season?
No, from Blood versus Water,
right.
I want to say.
Right,
First
right.
one.
3 people are tied together on each tribe. Mm-hmm. One person's in the old barrel. They got to roll you through the... I guess it's an obstacle course. It's kind of straight, but they got to roll you onto this like holder.
Whoa! I
know. And then the person in the barrel has to get out and grab the
bags.
The bags of balls. Mm-hmm. But they have to like unwrap it.
Gotta get those ball bags.
It's tough when you've been shaken up in that barrel.
Yeah, of course it's tough.
And then at the end, you have to play skee ball and get all the ball. I think it's 9. Was it 9?
6.
6. I'm not getting anything right.
That's okay. So first place in this challenge gets a whole comfort basket.
Like chairs and a tarp, cushions.
And refreshments back at camp.
What?
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Second place, you get a tarp.
Third place, get out of here! I don't want to see you again!
I got nothing for you. Alright, so the sit-outs.
We got a couple of sit-outs here because... that one tribe is like really tiny compared to the other ones.
Like 4 people.
Yeah.
So the sit-outs have to play in the immunity.
You can't sit out 2 challenges in a row.
So it's Fishbach. I'm a little surprised they would have rather had him in immunity than this. And Wiggles and Cass and Terry.
Okay.
Alright, so Monica got called out by Jeff.
She was one of the ones in the barrel. And she was just taking her time, you know,
Hey, Monica, what are you, at a Sunday church picnic or something?
Whoa!
Just taking your time out there.
Probst, calling it like it is.
Shots fired. Pew, pew, pew. All right.
Well, Spencer was able to have a big comeback.
And the skee ball.
Yeah.
So Takeo wins first reward.
Woo! Big up yourselves.
They got that big cushion. They
got a lot of treats there.
Yeah.
So then it came down to who's going to get the tarp and who's going to be a big loser.
Anchor won the tarp. Yay!
Oh, snap! So Bayon lost the reward for the 2nd week in a row.
Oh.
Ouch.
All right, well, back at Takeo, after Jeff sends them off, they're having these drinks and these awesome, like, pottery cups. No, it wasn't that.
They're celebrating.
They got some fresh fruit. They're like, hey, we got everything we need. If we want anything else, we'll just go to the Survivor refrigerator.
Go to the store, yeah. So Terry is just, like, loving life right now. He's talking about how great it is and how this is, like, fun for him.
Yep.
He goes out, he goes fishing. The rest of his tribe is just, like...
plotting against him.
Let's get rid of Terry if somebody's got to go.
Hey, this is the core group right here. Group of 5.
Yeah, so...
not that Terry.
We've got an alliance of 5 here. Keith, Joe, Sierra, Kelly, Wentworth, and Cass.
How could they do that to poor Terry? He's such a nice guy.
It's sad, but this is Survivor.
I guess so. Well, but over at Bion, Spencer and Jeremy are having a little bonding sesh.
They also go fishing.
In a basket. Where'd that basket come from? Did I miss something? It might have been
like the first episode.
I don't know, but Spencer's pretty proud of himself. He never pictured himself fishing on Survivor
like
before.
Like a Joe or an Oscar, one of those. He caught a fish.
This is his second chance.
He's not just great. A fish buck.
All right, so over at Angkor, Woo was feeling pretty proud of himself.
Yeah.
Hey, big up yourself, Woo.
He got the winning point for his tribe.
All those arcade games at Chuck E. Cheese finally paid off.
Yeah.
Nice.
So then Woo was kind of opening up to his tribe. He was telling the story about how his mom almost died. She had a heart attack. She needed a transplant.
Days to live.
Crazy.
And everybody's like, "Oh wow, that is such a great story," except for Abby. Are you kidding me?
What? So she pulls Tasha aside and she's just like, "Oh man, I can't believe Woo was trying to like get our sympathy with that story."
I have people in my family who have almost died. Same thing happened.
No, I thought she said they did die.
They died. They weren't as lucky as Woo's mom. I had my knee replaced. Should I start telling all of my stories?
Oh my gosh. So I think
she's such a bitter person.
Tasha was kind of just like,
This is going to happen. This is going to explode one day, and I don't want to be here when it does.
Yeah, so Tasha's starting to realize,
I don't want that to be here when it does.
Maybe we should think about getting rid of Abby soon.
All right, so it's time for the immunity challenge.
All right.
This is from last season?
Last season.
Okay, Joe was in this one. Mm-hmm. It's an obstacle tower.
Yep.
One at a time, a tribe person goes up, and they have to launch a sandbag to knock up a flag. Knock it up.
You gotta hit the target, and then if you hit the target, the flag goes up.
All right, there's 5 of them per tribe. So the sit-outs.
Okay.
Jeremy and Monica.
Okay.
And Sierra and Kelly
Wentworth.
All right, so freaking Fishbach. He hit one of Anchor's targets and he counted. What a dope.
You couldn't just like sling it and then not hit anything. You had to help the other tribe out. Just take a seat, Fishbach. Take a seat.
All right, so Angkor ends up winning first immunity.
Wow.
I believe Woo was responsible for that. He got the winning shot out of that. So that was awesome. Big up. And it came down to Bion versus Takeo. And it was kind of close. I think Spencer was, again, very instrumental.
I believe it was Spencer versus Keith in the end.
Right. He got them back into it, but it wasn't enough. And Takeo wins second immunity. So Bion loses. You know what I got to say? Thanks, Fishbach.
All right, so let's talk about Bion. They get back to camp, and everybody's like, so we're getting rid of Wigglesworth? Get rid of Wiggles? Getting rid of Kelly?
Getting rid of Spencer?
I don't know. Kelly and Spencer are the two that are, you know, on the outs.
They're not the original Bion.
They're not the original Bion. So then Monica's like, well, Kimmy, do you think maybe we should keep Kelly so we can, like, keep the girls' numbers up? And Kimmy's just like, what? Why would you want to do that? What?
Kelly is pissed, and she goes to talk to Jeremy about it. She's like, this one over here, she's no good. She's playing for herself, and that's not going to do any of us any good. We should just get rid of her.
Oh, snap!
Yeah.
This always happens. Whenever there's any talk of, like, a girls' alliance or anything, it's like, oh, we gotta get rid of her.
So they decide, maybe we should get rid of Monica. But then who complains about it? Freaking Fishbach.
He's nervous because he doesn't want the other original Bion members to see that they got rid of Monica and then just be like, well, I guess we're not loyal to each other anymore. F that for the merge. So he's freaking out about that.
Yeah. All right. They should be getting rid of him because in freaking old school days, if you effed up a challenge, you were out of there faster than you could snuff that torch out.
It's not like that anymore.
All right. Well, on Tribal, Monica thinks this is going to make them stronger. No, you're losing someone.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know, when you get rid of the dead weight, your tribe becomes stronger.
Well, Jeff wants to know, our alliance is going to be sticking together here? I mean, you've got original Bion, and then you've got the outsiders, Spencer and Wiggles.
I don't know. Maybe
Is
they'll
somebody
be able to
gonna
creep in
go?
there.
Well, let's help you decide. One is old school, one is new school.
Yes, we got the whole breakdown about how Kelly's old school, Spencer's crazy new school, and he's like,
Well, Spencer feels solid with his tribe.
right.
So that would be a red
What
flag
does that
to me.
say to you?
Yeah, Monica thinks the vote's locked in.
Yeah, it is.
Jeremy was practically losing his ass.
Jeremy was just like,
I think he was ready to stand up and say, Jeff, you just shut up before Monica starts
figures
to
it out.
suspect. Yeah.
So now it's time for the vote.
And Monica was blindsided.
Her 3 tribe mates voted her out. Bye, on.
That was a wonderful piece of editing, I might add.
It
I really
was,
liked
it
the way
was.
that they did that. All right, so Robot Kelly Wigglesworth lifts up her robot hand and pats Spencer on the wrist.
We
there,
did it.
Spencer.
We made it.
Very good.
It was weird.
She has like no emotion. I don't know if it's the Botox or what.
I don't
She's
know.
just like,
But next time,
somebody's
Big
gonna make a
move?
big move. Possibly you,
I don't know.
Fishbach. And what the F is Jeff Probst doing in camp?
That's never a good sign.
Yeah.
Never a good sign.
Let us know what you thought of this episode in the comments.
Do you think the right person went home?
And until next time, much
Much love.
love.
Edit.